On daily basis, we are bombarded with tools and hacks that promise to make us more productive. The problem is that eventually we get burned out. Every people in this world actually have their least target to do, to achieve their achievement. And now, pandemic hit. Most of us had extra time to do nothing. And we think that is a good time for us to do a lot of activities in order to gain our wish. And yet, we choose to add to this by obsessing over productivity.
When I looking to myself, there is a feeling of guilt due to lack of skills. While I see at everyone sharing their stories of their brilliant achievements, this big content pressure to always be moving, achieving, and creating. You're not allowed to play more of your time because you'll feel guilty. So, we work hard more and more, pressure ourselves to do a lot of things, and leave no time for pleasure.
We ignore ourselves to rest. We tell ourselves to take a break after we're sure that we have enough. But actually, we never feel that enough. So we can't stop working. We can't stop doing something. Finally, we get burned out. I think I lost my time to only enjoying money I have, to only make time with family. And yeah, this is something that we must realize and need to think over and over again. What actually I chase for? And should I do a lot like this?
Have you ever had a closer look at the thoughts that are quietly dampening your enthusiasm every single day? Like, I've never been this hard worker before, and with what I've done, I'm still way behind everyone else. The world have taught us that we must have it all, otherwise we deemed worthless. All of this pressure leads you to anxiety and leaves you to live in a state of stress. Then, at the end, we realize that this is not exactly the optimal environment for being productive. Have you ever felt like this too? And if we don't start to realize, no one will wonder that we end up wasting our lives away.
So, do yourself a favor. Starting tomorrow, slow down. Accept the reality that not every single day is meant to take you forward.
Some days will be stagnant, and other days there will be a little progress, and that's okay.
Why don't you use your time to watering your inner garden? Give yourself everything you crave. Let go of the guilt, sit back, and watch yourself bloom.
Toxic productivity be difficult to spot, and you may be resistant to recognizing it in yourself. That's because the rush you get from achieving things is psychologically addicting, and it has an impact to your health both mentally and physically. Yes, you're right. Nothing wrong with being productive, but please be aware and be careful of its toxic. We must take care of ourselves because others can. And that's important because that leads you to be more happy, calm, and enjoying every step of your blooming rightly. So let's listen Elayne's explanation about what is toxic productivity and how to deal with it.
Greetings everyone, my name is Elayne Ashara. I'm 21 years old from Indonesia, and in this video I'm going to talk about toxic productivity, starting from the definition, signs of having toxic productivity, and last but not least is how to heal toxic productivity. The first part would be the definition of toxic productivity. Toxic productivity, it is a term which are similar to hustle, the culture, and also workaholism. The second one would be have obsession with productivity, which will never be ending. And last but not least is it can be related with self-worth on how productive you are in doing some jobs, works, or activity. That's all the definition from toxic productivity. The second part would be the signs of having toxic productivity. There are in total of 3 signs of having toxic productivity. The first one is have a lot of workloads that might harm your health and also individual relationship. The second one is have an unrealistic expectation from ourselves when we are doing any jobs or activity. The third one is feel overwhelmed by our feelings and unable to do works. That's all the signs of having toxic productivity. And the last part would be the way on how to heal toxic productivity. The first one is we need to have a goal that is realistic and it can be adjusted with our time, goals, and also environment. The second one is define in clear regarding work-life boundaries. The third one is we need to do meditation in order to have clear mind and also clear insight. And last but not least is we need to have a break after doing a long-term activities. So that's all the explanation regarding the toxic productivity from the definition, signs of having toxic productivity, and last but not least is how to heal the toxic productivity. Thank you.